We just keep going and going and going, and we ain't gonna stop.
I think like tan over your hands is a bit of an ick.
The gardeners are here. Sound well posh.
Abs are kind of made in the kitchen.
Gonna be a bumpy ride. Strap yourselves in.
That's one for TikTok, isn't it?
Can you feel the burn?
Yeah, bit of a weird one.
So let's talk about effective ways of losing fat.
That was a 12-day chapter of a 365-page book.
Calorie deficit. Done.
See ya. See you next week.
That sets the tone for this podcast. Hello everyone. Welcome to episode 50. Yes, that is correct. Episode 50 of the Couple of Coaches podcast. We just keep going and going and going, and we ain't going to stop.
No one's listening.
How mental is that? And we're just talking about, I said we're half a decade in terms of years, not realising that a decade is 10 years. So then we're actually half a century.
Yeah.
And it all got a bit confusing. We're talking about millennials and all of that. I don't know how to say the
Millennium,
word.
you donut.
Anyway, that sets the tone for this podcast.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bumpy ride. Strap yourselves in.
It always is.
So yeah, well, this is our 50th episode of just me and Mike talking. Obviously, we've got a little special guest on the side. But we've sat here 50 times and chatted absolute shite together.
Just
we?
waffle. Just complete waffle
waffled.
every time. There's
Don't even know
no
why
value
we do
here
it.
whatsoever.
We're just doing it for fun at this point. So welcome. I hope everyone is well. Michael, the shoot is done. The shoot is over. You did it.
Done.
You're looking a little bit bronze still. Your tan's actually like, it's like fading
do you know
nicely.
What? I thought the tan was actually really good.
So good. It was so like such a good like coverage.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not all over my hands.
It's not gone patchy or horrible.
No.
It's just kind of gradually fading.
It's actually quite a cool tan. Actually, you know, sometimes they look a bit blotchy and it's all over your hands, and do you know what I mean? Some girls, you need to take more care in doing your tan.
Yeah, I'm quite good at doing my tan.
Yeah, you're actually not too bad.
Do you know what it takes? I've been doing it quite a while. It takes some practice.
Yeah, so you need a roller. The woman used a little roller on me.
Like you roll on the wall?
Yeah, like a little one.
Wow.
And she put cream on my hands and my feet that stops from going on the tan. So why don't you do that?
I don't know what this cream is.
I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
have
So
to
if you
ask
put
her.
the cream on your hands,
then
the tan doesn't go on your hands. So she put it on like.
So how does she tan your hands?
I don't know. She put it in between here and all over my palms and that. So she can probably tan this bit, but it won't stick to this bit.
Oh, so you don't then get horrible orange hands.
Orange hands,
oh, that's cool. Well, I need to know what that cream is.
Because that's
cream.
like a bit of an ick, isn't it?
Yeah, well, when you got... Oh, I've had that a few times, haven't I? Like orange hands.
I would say in terms of like ick for a man against a woman.
Have you finally found an ick?
I think like tan over your hands is a bit of an ick.
Really?
That's one for TikTok, isn't it?
Right.
I think, yeah. I mean, you have loads of icks with me. I don't have none with you. But if I am to have one, I'm going to say tan on your hands is an ick.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I better be careful. Better get this cream.
Better get that cream.
Watch out, girls.
Tan on your hands is an ick.
Tell us about the experience of the shoot then, Mike.
That was good. Obviously, it was a bit different for me because last time I did a shoot, I obviously got really like shredded, should we say. Whereas this time it was not, the idea wasn't to be really, really shredded. It was to try and just be a more maintainable, like, there was an element of like discipline, more so towards the end. It was obviously harder because the calories were lower. But I'd like to get myself into a shape where if you're going on holiday, you can just do a little 4-week blitz, tidy everything up, and then you're comfortable and happy. So I think that's what the shape I'm in. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think I like that as well because I feel like when people go to like an online coach or something like that, they think that they're going to have to get really shredded.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Do you sometimes get people say like, I don't want to be really shredded, but I just want to look like, and you're kind of setting a standard for, like you said, a beach body.
That was that was the idea. Like I want a more of a walk around physique. Like obviously there was an element of sacrifice and discipline to get to that because of where I was. I was 91 kilos and let it slip a bit. But the place that I'm in now, I feel that I can carry on training, doing my running, eating relatively well, but I don't have to be super, super strict on myself, and I can still maintain this physique, which is which is the idea.
Yeah.
And we will see when it
You
comes to
might
the summer.
even keep going a little bit, like keep losing weight a little bit.
No, I don't want
with the
to.
way-
I think in terms of size, I would rather
Build.
steadily build a little bit as opposed to lose any more.
So do you think you'll do sort of like a light bulk?
Yeah, I would probably sit around maintenance in a slight deficit where you can still build muscle but not optimal.
Nice.
So that would be the whole idea. So I'm 33. I'm in no rush. I'm quite content. I'm quite content with where I'm at. I'm not looking to be the next fucking bodybuilder. I'm just looking to just be in a comfortable place and teach others the way.
Love that.
That's kind
Good
of
examples you're setting.
That's kind of where I'm at, to be fair.
Love that.
Obviously, you do need goals. You need things to strive for. I've obviously got the race in June, which is a good step. July, a good step. And then we'll look at what other goals there are going forward. I'm sure something will pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that. Proud of you. I think you did really well.
Yeah, no, massive shout out to Kieran and Andy as well, because they did a brilliant job. And they did a crazy job. I would say that I'll drop their transformations here, but I'm not sure whether I'll have the pictures back yet. If I do, I'll get them to Nathan and he can chuck them on the poddy. But if not, then you'd have to what?
The body.
The body.
You sounded Australian.
If not, you'd have to wait for socials. But yeah, so 2 massive transformations. I think nearly close to £100 they dropped between them.
Mental.
Which is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over £100 between 2 people
Well
that photo shoot. And 2 completely different start and finishes. It's mental. But yeah, they did fucking amazing. They should be super proud of themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well done, everyone. Well done, boys.
Cracking stuff.
Cracking stuff.
Should we tour Australia?
Shall we? You can't do it though.
Put another
I
shrimp
can't
on the
even do
barbie.
it. Okay, cool. So today we sort of thought we wanted to do a podcast about myths, didn't we?
Yeah.
And just sort of the everyday sort of misconceptions that we hear a lot. So we actually Googled a few, didn't we, just to kind of get an idea of what's about, and just to kind of set the record straight, really, and take those myths out your mind, and tell you how it really is, you know. So the myths we're going to talk about today are the myths of spot reduction. So this is where people want to lose fat in particular parts of their body. So, I want to get rid of my belly fat. I want to get rid of my love handles. I want to get rid of my legs. And they think that is possible, right? They think that they can just pick a part of their body and they're going to lose weight there if they try and do it, or if they do a certain thing. So, yeah.
I do get it though, why people like...
Yeah. Because you're always going to...
want or ask that.
Yeah.
You always have that part of your body that you don't like. And obviously, if you say to someone, what do you want to achieve? Oh, I want to lose a body fat from my stomach.
Yeah.
Like, that's just going to be the first
Mm.
answer, innit?
And I think like a lot of people hold body fat in different places of their body. And really and truly, that is mostly down to genetics, isn't it? But... yeah, like I personally am quite bottom heavy. Like I hold a lot of body fat on my bottom and my legs, whereas my upper body is like long, gangly and skinny. So yeah, I think people are just a bit picky with where
people are built different. I mean, it is in terms of when you take loads of clients, for men, it is kind of like a love handle thing. Loads of men have like back fat. Women is hips, bum, belly. I mean, belly is obviously a normal thing due to being a woman, kind of where you're supposed to hold babies and stuff. So you're going to have a lot of body fat around the area. It's like protection, which is quite one element of what body fat actually is, right? Is that's why losing all your body fat is not actually a healthy thing. Especially like you look at all these contests and competitions and bodybuilding shows, it's actually not healthy to be that low of body fat because it's just not. It looks great, but it's not healthy. So yeah, anyway, a bit off tangent then, but let's jump back on track.
You're done.
Yeah.
So the first myth we're going to talk about is doing countless crunches or sit-ups will help you lose belly fat. So, brilliant.
What's that? Oh, the gardener.
Got the gardener. Sorry if you can hear that, everyone. So obviously, doing crunches and sit-ups and stuff is going to help towards building your muscles around your abdominals and building a strong core, which is going to benefit you in all your other lifts and just your general stability when you're weight training. But specifically doing them is not going to lose belly fat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly that.
So if you're like, oh, I really want to lose the fat on my tummy, you go into YouTube and you see a 30-minute belly blaster.
Yeah.
And it's just
Belly
full of
blaster.
it's just full of like crunches, sit-ups, a woman shouting, "Can you feel the burn?" You know, that is not, you doing that is not going to get rid of that belly fat.
No.
And I don't know whether we should talk about each one individually, the sort of reality of it, or if we should leave all of the realities till the end.
It's up to you. We talk about the reality while we do each one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So obviously the main way to lose body fat is to be in a calorie fucking deficit. And that is going to help you lose body fat all over your body, not just in a particular place. Bear in mind, you might find that you lose body fat from particular places quicker.
Yeah.
Might be that you were holding more there, so you notice more of a difference. But doing crunches is not what's going to get you abs. You need to build your abs, obviously, but you need to get rid of the body fat that is currently covering your abs. Everyone's got abs.
Yeah.
Everyone's got them under there somewhere.
Everyone's got them there.
You just need to get rid of whatever's the body
more,
fat.
the more you
that's
work
covering
on, the
them.
more prominent they become, the more chance you're going to see them quicker because they're obviously going to push through or like I said, become more prominent. But like Emma said, you just need to stick in your deficit. Your body's going to choose where it takes its body fat from, and it's probably going to be the last place you want it to. If you're a woman, your boobs are probably going to get smaller. You're not going to ask for your body fat to go from your boobs, are you? But unfortunately, your boobs are going to get smaller.
Can they get any smaller?
But they'll come back. You just have to put a bit more fat on. But yeah, back to crunches. Obviously, do your core work, do your crunches. It's great for you. But if you're in your head thinking, right, I want to get a six-pack for summer, don't go spending all your time in the gym doing loads of crunches, hoping that that's going to do the job. Just like the old-fashioned saying goes, your abs are kind of made in the kitchen. I mean, they're not made in the kitchen, but what you do with your nutrition holds the key to you being able to see your abs, because that's going to put you in a deficit.
Do you know what is made in the kitchen?
What?
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings. They're currently on. They're currently loading.
Cool. Next one then.
Also, I haven't had chicken wings in about 10 weeks.
I know, this is Mike's first time having chicken wings for ages, and we're very excited for him. Welcome back. The next myth: cardio exercises like running or cycling only burn fat from your legs and your buttocks. Buttocks. I find that such a weird word.
That's American,
buttocks.
Isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard many people say that.
No.
To me,
No.
Obviously, this is just a myth that we've come about, but I see what people, I guess, think, which is probably why loads of girls want to use the Stairmaster and do their kickbacks while they're on the Stairmaster because they think they're I don't know, it's good for their glutes. Obviously, if you want to build muscles, you want to weight load, but when it comes to running and stuff like that, that's not obviously going to strip your legs. I mean, the only thing I would say, what we spoke about yesterday, is if you are a runner or a cyclist, your muscles in your calves and your quads and stuff are going to become more prominent, which means they're going to become more visible. But
that's over time.
Over time.
Over a long, long time, years and years.
Yeah.
Not just in your little 6 weeks of wanting to get ready for holiday.
Yeah.
Don't just think if you're going to go on the Stairmaster every day, you're going to build a bum.
Yeah,
it's not how life works, I'm afraid.
Emma's had to do her squats. Did you do squats this morning?
I didn't. There wasn't a squat rack. We did reverse lunges on the Smith machine instead, and I felt that in my glutes. Tell you that.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's because I haven't used them in a while, but they were well awake.
How about your knee?
It felt okay. I had to go really light. I only had 5 kgs on each side.
Well,
I had to go really light.
There's some form of movement now.
Yeah, I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to just suddenly load of weight onto it. I'm just going to, yeah. Anyway, less about me, more about myths. Okay, this one's like really weird, but it's one that came up.
But it's a myth.
Wrapping
Apparently.
your midsection in plastic or using special creams that can help spot reduce belly fat.
No, I've seen people use things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen cream, but I've seen people wrap like it's almost like cling film around their stomach. But that's definitely not going to get rid of body fat, if anything, all that's going to do is get rid of the water underneath your skin.
I haven't seen cling film, but I have like something on TikTok that they're trying to sell.
Oh, it's always a TikTok thing.
It's almost like it's not a corset that like brings you in, but it's like a thing that you strap really tightly around, and then they do a workout and then they peel it off, and all this like sweat's just like dripping down.
Well, there you go.
People see it and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, innit? So
I think that's quite grim.
If you wrap something like a corset or I don't know, cling film or something tight around your stomach, and you work out, it's gonna pull the water out from beneath your skin, which is laying on top of your fat and muscles and going to make your stomach, whatever, more tighter. Yeah, great. But as soon as you rehydrate and are hydrated again, then it's just going to go back to normal. So, yeah, bit of a weird one. I mean, and again, you'll probably jump on the scales after that and weigh less because you've lost loads of water. So, yeah, you're not really benefiting from it.
No.
Yeah. No. Leave your corsets at home.
Yes. Next myth, targeted resistance training will help you lose fat in specific areas. That's kind of everything that we've spoken about. Do you think that's too loud?
No, I think we're all right. People just have to deal with it.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry if you're
the gardeners are here. Sound well posh.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're basically going through the same... The answer is the same to everything that we're going through, but I guess these are just the myths. So, yeah, if you go to the gym and you train chest 5 times a week because you wanted a shredded chest, it's not going to burn the body fat from your chest.
No, it's going to build muscle.
It's going to build the muscle, which again is going to make your chest more prominent. Same with your legs, back, arms, triceps, whatever you want to work is going to become more prominent from working out, but it isn't going to burn the body fat. That's only going to be done through being in a calorie deficit, which we've spoken about a million bloody times on this podcast.
Yeah.
Imagine you'd listen to all episodes and you didn't know what a calorie deficit is.
I think they do. They probably don't listen anymore because they're bored of hearing the same thing.
I'm sure your dad put in a group chat the other day about he's in a calorie deficit.
Yeah, he would never know about that before.
No. Did he make one of your... what was that food he made? Is that one of your...
The fajita pasta that we made on our podcast.
So he made one of the podcasts. He said he's in a deficit and he said when's his photo shoot. So he's definitely been listening.
Yeah, go for it. Next one.
Oh, sorry, my phone's off.
So,
we can be the
last
narrator.
little myth. Spot reduction is possible through specific diets or supplements. You know, like on TikTok when you see someone drinking like a specific drink or something and they're like, this is how I lost my belly fat.
Yeah, because it's all you fucking drunk for fucking 2 weeks.
And they say that like you lose belly fat through drinking this drink. Like that is not the case. Again, there's no diet or anything that you can do that's gonna get rid of fat from one particular place. You're gonna lose it overall quicker from some places than others. But yeah, you are gonna.
And the thing is, you need to realise when it comes to drinking these drinks.
Hello.
They'll tell you that you can probably only have 3 of them a day and there's probably about 100 calories in each. So you're putting yourself in a bloody huge deficit, which means you're going to lose body fat, which means you're going to get excited. And if you're one of them people that loses from your tummy, you're going to think the fucking thing works.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there is no supplement that can make you lose body fat from certain areas. There's obviously supplements that can enhance it, like thermogenic supplements and like fat burners and stuff. They're obviously going to enhance the deficit if you're already in it because heart rate speeds up, you burn more calories, you're in a bigger deficit. Simple as that. But you can't just take these supplements if you're not in a deficit and hope that it works. So they do work. They optimize certain areas. So yeah, what's he doing?
It's
Just he does this weird thing. You can probably see him on the camera. He just puts his head down.
His head down.
Like, what is he doing? It's like he's like falling asleep sitting
Lay
up.
down. Good boy.
Oh.
Cool. So yeah, basically overall spot reduction in fat loss is just a complete myth. You are not going to lose fat from one particular area and be able to keep another area. Unfortunately, you are going to lose it. If you want certain areas to look bigger than others, for example, your glutes, you have to grow the muscle in order for them to look bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So let's talk about effective ways of losing fat.
I'm going to say that bloody word again.
We're just going to say the word and we ain't going to go into it anymore. First one is calorie deficit. Done.
See you next week.
Second one is obviously within your calorie deficit, having a balanced amount of macros.
Mm-hmm.
So a balanced amount of fats, carbs and protein.
Yep.
Regular exercise, obviously, and this doesn't have to be 6 times a week in the gym. This can simply just be walking, running, cycling, swimming.
Whatever you fancy.
Whatever you fancy, just a lot of it. Consistency, big thing.
Yeah.
It takes time to lose body fat. Like, it can be done quickly, but it really does take time.
It does. You just need to be patient.
Yeah. And
be patient and just find what works for you, because that's the thing. A lot of people try and do what fucking misinfluencer or misinfluencer does and tries
talking
to...
about me and you.
Yeah, tries to replicate them, but they're doing a thing that works really well for them and their life because they built it around them. So you need to, the key elements. You have to be in a deficit. There's to be a balanced diet. You need X amount of sleep and training. So put all of them key components into something that works for you. As soon as you start working for the training plan, it becomes unsustainable. Consistency is going to drop. You're not going to see results. You're going to get bored. You're going to fuck it off. It's as simple as that. And that's what happens. And we see it all the time. So for us, especially like in the first phase of our program, routine and structure, find a routine and a structure that works for the individual with all the key elements of nutrition, training, daily habits, sleep, blah, blah, blah. And then you get results because it works for the individual,
I think you just rounded off what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You just went through all the other little points that I was going to talk
Did
about.
I just ruin your podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, it's only been 22
the one
minutes.
thing you didn't say is obviously hydration. Hydration is very important. We went
Yeah,
through that. We went through that in our last episode when we talked about recovery. So, yeah. And I guess one of the last things is seek help if you need help from someone. And this isn't us trying to plug ourselves, but if you've been trying to lose weight for years and years, you've tried everything, you've tried all the diets, you've tried all the belly blasters on YouTube, and you can't get anywhere, get someone who knows what they're doing to help you, because you're not going to need them for the rest of your life.
No.
You just need them for a good 6 months, soak in as much education and knowledge from that person, and you will literally be set for life.
Yeah. Do you know what? I actually had a good call yesterday with this guy, and he said what you just said, basically. He was... I said to him kind of, what's brought you to this call? Talk to me. And he goes, mate, I just want someone to just tell me what to do, teach me how to do it, and just give me kind of the tools so I kind of have it and I don't have to do it again. And that's essentially what it is, right? Like he wants me to help him figure out what the best nutrition strategy and training strategy is towards his goals. He wants me to teach him the whys and why is he doing it and what's the best way to do this, this and this. He has an understanding. He does it. He gets the results. And then he's able to at least maintain the results, or if he needs to lose a bit more body fat, do it because he understands the principles that he needs to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much the whole idea of having a coach, isn't it, really? It's just it's a cheat code, really. Yeah, it's going to cost you money, but how much does your health cost? Or how much does the time that you waste going around in circles cost? Anyway, enough plugging.
Lovely.
Enough plugging for one.
Affirmation time.
I think it is.
Right.
My stomach's a rumbling. I reckon Nathan's stomach's
Here
rumbling as well.
we go. Life has many different chapters. One bad chapter doesn't mean it's the end of the book.
She's gonna
I love
cry.
these things. Don't you just love them?
Yeah, that is a
They're
good
so
one.
powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One bad chapter does not mean that is the end of everything. And that can be looked at in so many different ways. Let's go with the fitness way because we are online coaches.
Yeah. No, that is it.
If
That-
you
can-
have a bad day, if you have a bad week, if you fall off your diet, if you didn't have a good gym session, if you're injured and you can't do anything, it's not the end.
It's not the end of your book.
It's not the end of your book. All you got to do is pick yourself up, try again.
Go again. You're an example of that.
I am.
You know,
I've been injured.
your busted knee was about a 12-day chapter of your life.
Honestly.
That was a 12-day chapter of her 365-page book, and she's bounced back. She had abs this morning. She went and trained legs. She woke me up because she was buzzing. She went to the gym at about 5:45 in the morning. I mean, look, she's on a new chapter. She's on the me chapter.
He even said to me, we went to the gym together the other day, and he was like, I was watching you, and considering you haven't done anything in like 12 days, you were in really good shape, didn't you? You were like, why are you in such good shape? But it was more my upper body, which I've already said I don't hold much body fat in, so that's probably why. But yeah, I think that is a really nice little nugget to end on because, yeah, if you had a bad day or a bad week, it's not the end. Carry on the book. Keep writing. Move to the next chapter.
Keep going.
Keep going forever and ever.
Go on.
Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.